A matinee affair as we roll through Week 13 in the All. Two teams in need of a win as they continue to fight for a playoff spot. It's the Oshawa Outlaws and the Toronto Monarchs. Lance Wynn providing all the details and giving it to you straight. Starting goalies for the visitors from Oshawa, it'll be Quentin Greenfield. Comes in with a 3-0 record. And at the other end, Sam Haynes gets the call. He sports a 4-4 record. Officials for today's game, Kyle Coulter is the crew chief. He's joined by Seb Baudouin and Trevor Wilson. Head coaches Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael are co-head coaches. They're assisted by Justin Warner. And for Toronto, Nick Krepensek is in charge. His assistants are Spencer Janes and Ryan Kelly. As we get set to go here, again, when we talked about these two teams, Oshawa comes in with a 4-8 record. A big 15-14 overtime win last week over the Six Nations Snipers. The Toronto Monarchs, 6-6. They are in the midst of a 3-game slide after falling 10-8 to the Oswegan Bears last week. So what does that mean playoff-wise? It means that in order for Oshawa to get in, they got to win all their games and hope for some help. Toronto has their destiny in their hands. A win here would solidify a spot in the top 6 and probably ease them off going into next week's final regular season contest. So as we get started, Zach Terry with the first shot on goal. And Zach Terry has been outstanding for these Oshawa Outlaws in his first Arenalacrosseleague season. 41 goals to lead the league. And first possession now for the Toronto Monarchs. Big underhand from Jordan Dance, wide of the mark. Ty Jessel will pick him up. 6 on the shot clock. Got to move it now. Tanner Buck looking for something. Chased out. He'll just roll it toward the net. And an easy play. So two teams playing some outstanding defense to start this one off here. Saturday matinee affair and a big one. Gareth Haig will send it back out. Out there for his first shift is Derek Crow Jr. working alongside. That bouncer right off the crossbar. Good one by Haig. But the other way, it's scooped up by Kreisco, and he will slow it down. Landon Kreisco also making his first Arenalacrosseleague season. And now Patrick Thompson playing on the offensive end today. Expect him to try and step up. Great speed, excellent transition player. Cody Menzies out there as well. Thompson around the corner. Has a stick check by Josh Tagore. Rebound Noah Kearney. What a save there by Greenfield as he robbed Kearney point blank. And a good start for the Outlaws goaltending. And now they'll move it up over the timeline. Terry get the double team as he gets worked over by Foulon. Turnover. Good defense there, and now an excellent job to get that up by Joel Cole. And now Mason Kaminga playing some offense. Kaminga wide of the mark. Ball loose, and now it's Jeff Geddes. Geddes going to get the feet going. Zips one ahead. Not a clean catch. Flipped over on the doorstep, and Luke Lazowicz able to be there, but he tiptoed in the crease before that went across the line. And, of course, Laser Luke Lazarus, one of the premier snipers in the Arenalacrosseleague, as Gagliardi will stay out there, work it quickly. Riley Ford right off the logo. Greenfield, a good outlet pass. And away goes Aiden Saint. Saint gets ahead of steam. He'll curl back out and kick it back to the top. Big bounce shot from Scott Edwards. Handled easily by Haynes, and now it'll be Gagliardi to move it up and over the timeline. Dance will ship it down to Buck. Give and go, but Dance is all wrapped up. Thompson will pick him up. Get it to Menzies, swinging across left side. Buck, one-on-one. Looking for the flip, goes to the bounce. Stopped by Greenfield, outlet pass. Looking for Nick Webb to run under this under 2 bounces. Can't get it cleanly. Thompson, great job to get back, but it goes right to the stick, and a golden opportunity for Max McPherson. Has it knocked away, but they're able to get the offensive board. Webb and reset it now down to 10. So no reset to 20. Good defense by the Monarchs as they close it off. Haynes outlet pass, Foulon on the move. He'll get it up now to Jennings. Going Jennings. He'll retreat. Give way now to Laycock. Ty Jessel will move it up, and Buck steps into a low shot. Handled easily. Greenfield unloads, looking for Ryan Haig. Haig, one bounce. Haig goes to the far corner to open the scoring. 1-0 for the Outlaws. First of the game, 11th of the season for Gareth Haig. Give the assist to Quentin Greenfield and give the Outlaws a 1-0 lead. So we see on a few teams in the Arena Lacrosse League, very agile netminders that can throw the ball well. And Quentin Greenfield, I hadn't had the pleasure of seeing him play as often as I would like as Ben Heidecker wins the draw. But, boy, he sure has impressed me early in this one. Under 10.5 to go, first quarter. Slow things up now. Kearney will wait. Menzies will float out. And they'll kick it on the right side, Thompson. So Thompson's going to have to do a little something more than he's been doing. He's going to have to step up inside, and a collision with Kearney results in a crease call, and it'll get turned around in a hurry by the Outlaws. Brandon Hickey looking for Haig, lost it. Chance now in transition, picked up by Foulon. Foulon doesn't have the numbers. He'll slow it up, and Coyle will stop, drop, set up, shot, but he's got an opening, clear path. Wrong stick side, dumps it. Quick stick, nothing doing there. Coyle tried to get the loose ball. Still a fight for it with Jennings. Kicked loose. Outlaws trying to get a hold of it. Clock ticking now down to 6. Got to hurry. Gagliardi. Got to let it go. He does. Right on. Stopped by Greenfield, and he'll scoop and send away Big Scott Edwards. 9.5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Outlaws with a 1-0 lead. This is the second game, well, really the third game of Week 13. Currently going on right now, it is the Paris River Wolves and Peterborough Timbermen. And Steven Stamp and Stamplax have the call for that one as Haynes makes a save. Aired out to Gesso, but that's going to go right to Greenfield, and he's going to look to zip it up, and they'll move it up quickly with Ryan Olin. Laskowicz hasn't been able to get set. There hasn't been too many offensive sets quite yet. Both teams extending their defense and pushing the offense further away from that dotted half circle. Hickey trying to work his way in. Matt Kim does a good job to jump him on the double team. They force the turnover, and possession belongs now to the Monarchs. In case you missed it, the Six Nations Snipers 15-14 overtime winners over the Brampton Express last night to keep their playoff hopes alive, in contention for one of the top 6. Laycock aired that one off the screen. Certainly wasn't his plan, but I'm sure he'll rectify that. And now Saint over the timeline. Gets worked over by Heidecker. Flips that, looking for Terry. Terry will regroup, gather, kick it out. Laskowicz looking to duck in one-on-one. Laskowicz gets to the net, rings it off the post, but the carom goes right to Toronto. On the move. Flip. Heidecker to Foulon. Foulon ducks in. Foulon tried to go short side. Denied. Rebound picked up Heidecker. They'll reset it up top with Kearney. Kearney will ship it over to Menzies. Menzies will spread the floor now, but with just 8 on the shot clock now. So taking Toronto a while to get into their offense. Ford with 2. Got to take the shot. Does right on. Greenfield smothers it. He'll look for an outlet. Makes a tough one, and then Tagore on the go. Tagore has some room. Ducks in. He'll curl back out. Kicks it out. Edwards sidearm well wide of the mark. That'll go out of play into the Toronto bench, and possession will belong to the Monarchs. Still a 1-0 lead here, as Oshawa's defense has been impressive in this opening quarter. They have limited the attempts by the offense for Toronto. Now Thompson. Thompson looks to keep the defense honest. Curls around the top, finds Buck. Buck gets a screen, has Dance with him. Buck lets it go. Stopped by Greenfield. We are at the 7-minute mark. Geddes now is going to be tasked with getting it over. Going to have to move it up in a hurry, and just made it, or did he? No, he did not. And it's picked up the other way quickly by Harlan. Harlan wrong stick side, and a great save by Greenfield as Buck was denied on that far side on the quick stick attempt. So good transition, better goaltending, and now it's Saint. Taken into the boards by Gagliardi. Crow will swing it around. 6.5 to go. Laskowicz had that one go off a stick and out of play, and will stay right here for fresh 20. Possession belongs to Oshawa. Laskowicz. Extra pressure. Double team forces the turnover. Now Jennings now. High step in it. Jennings got ahead of steam. Jennings dumps it off. Chance there, robbed as Kearney went for that far corner, but Greenfield there to make a great save. Tagore the other way. Dumps it off. Haig. Interchange. Hickey wide of the mark on the underhand. Haig going to try to track it down, but can't. And that's going to be off someone, so it will not be an over and back, but no reset. Just 8 on the clock. Greenfield. Great toss up the floor, but instead it's knocked down, and Gagliardi will keep it safe until they can get at it. And that will take us to our first officials' timeout. Set for the inbounds as the Monarchs will get a look here on offense. Kearney will jump start things on the right side, work it to Thompson. Thompson will work his way in. Kick it down now to Gesso. Notable absence, Cody Innes not in the lineup for Toronto today. Skip pass across. That was going to be tough. Kearney was behind in that. Ford bails him out. And then turns it over, gets it back. Underhand right on, so they'll get another 20 to work with. I don't think that was Riley Ford's plan, but it certainly worked out for the Monarchs. And now Buck will move. Jordan Dance will filter out late. Ford, one-on-one. Good stiff check by Nalsir. That was some good defense there. Fundamentals work in this game. Nolan slips by a defender, and the KG vet doing his thing gets it up over the timeline. Terry. Terry, half boards left side, looking for a screen. Laskowicz from way out finds the back of the net. So Laser Luke in the building like you knew he would be as he picks up his first of the game. And Luke Laskowicz has been consistent to say the least. That's his 20th of the season, but he's only got a handful of games. So he has had an immediate impact with the departure of John St. John to Peterborough. He has stepped front and center, as has Zach Terry. So a 2-0 lead for the Outlaws. And when I spoke to these coaches prior to the game, I spoke with Andy Glenn and, of course, Ryan McMichael, and they just talked about trusting the system. You got to believe in what you're being taught now and forget everything else and work this way as Kearney looks for an opening. Also talked about being effective for 4 quarters. Kearney on the give and go, and he'll get the goal. So a great effort there by Noah Kearney. The only thing left in the net was his stick, but a big one gets Toronto on the board. It's now 2-1. Noah Kearney coming off an outstanding game last week. I thought he did a lot of the little things that were important, and he continues to improve each and every game. That's his 5th goal of the season. So back to Oshawa, of course. So being effective for 4 quarters. Last week they were managed to win against Six Nations, but felt that their first half was not their best, and they just did enough to come away with the win. And, of course, the motto, never give up. That's something that they have to stick with. If you look at the Monarchs, they've got to also play a full 60 minutes. That's important. As Riley Ford looking to roll around, dumps it up. Buck tried to feather it in that far corner. Nothing doing there. Looking ahead to Geddes. Instead, it's picked up. Hickey trying to get it cleanly. He does. Geddes, he'll take that, try to dump it over. Gets knocked down, and Aaron Walker will get that, get it up to Gagliardi. Also talked about unit chemistry, that big in Toronto's Gagliardi. Gagliardi goes hard, but creased the call on a good save by Greenfield. And this, of course, stressing to their team, Toronto, that they've lost 3 straight, so it's important that they pick up a win here to solidify a spot in the postseason. Zach Terry working one-on-one. He'll curl back out, look for some help. Terry ducks back in, changes the angle. That bullet right on. Rebound, Hickey up crossbar. Battle Kuminga in there, trying to knock it away, but Terry will pick it up for a fresh 20. Zach Terry will look to shovel it back out. Laskowitz. Laser looking for an opening. Kick out Haig. Haig lets it go. Easy save by Haynes. Haynes now will flip it up, and Jennings will move it up to Foulon. Foulon's going to wait for the rest of the offense as we approach 2.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 2-1 game. Oshawa leading. Thompson swinging across. Laycock. Buck works it. Thompson ducks in. This is a guy they got to get going. If Thompson, with 5 on the shot clock, lets it go just over the net. Almost corralled by Buck. One-handed forward. Almost rolled over the goal line, but just trickled wide, and Nolan will bring it back the other way. So Oshawa dodges a bullet there. Nolan beats a man, runs into another. Laskowitz, that's his shot, and it slips through off the shoulder pad for a 3-1 lead. Told you about Laser Luke. He shoots from far out, but his accuracy is pinpoint. The velocity is hard. 2 of the 3, courtesy Laser, with just under 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Just a reminder, also going on right now, the Paris River Wolves, Peterborough Timbermen. Timbermen in need of a win to solidify their spot in the playoffs. And tomorrow's doubleheader at the ILA, a big one. The Whitby Steelhawks, 8 in a row they have won, taking on the Oswegan Bears, who are red hot. And then it'll be a rematch of last night's overtime game between the Brampton Express and the Six Nations Snipers. Laskowitz trying to shed a defender, and Kim on him tight. Gets a screen, kicks it out. Hickey swings at Terry. Terry one-on-one. Quick underhand. Haynes able to roll on that and lay on it. And now quick pass ahead, sends away Heidecker. Under a minute and a half to go here, first quarter. Gagliardi down low. He'll work it to Gesso. Gesso out, dance on the fly, working a Buck. Quick shot, underhand, didn't slide through the wickets. Good save, Greenfield. And from his knee, he'll float it out to Edwards. Edwards now doesn't have the numbers, so he'll wait. Geddes now will stay out there on offense, and it's Gareth Haig. Laskowitz. Always danger when he's got the ball. Trying to take it hard. Pulls up short. 8 on the shot clock. Kick out. Geddes from way out. Haynes got enough of it, stuck in the equipment as we're into the final 43 seconds here, quarter number 1. Kim shovels it way down to Ford. Ford one-on-one. Spins, can't shed a defender. Kicks it out, Thompson. 25 on the game clock. Thompson gets a step. Thompson, twister bounce, denied. Quick outlet pass to Edwards. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Edwards by himself, Kuminga on him. Crow comes out late, Hickey swings it. 5. Terry lets it go. Haynes the save, and the buzzer will go. 15 minutes have been played here at the track. 3-1, Outlaws. Set to go for second quarter action. Outlaws leading the Monarchs 3-1. Off the draw, Coyle picks it up and floats it to Foulon. Foulon will run under that and kick it out. They'll reset the offense with Heidecker. Ben Heidecker getting some pressure as he will flip, and whole lot going on near that Toronto bench, but fortunately the right numbers on the carpet as Buck tried to work something. Ford trying to scoop and go. Can't. Nolan can. Quick pass ahead to Tagore. Tagore. Defender on him, and Walker weaves in and out. Tagore faked the shot. Had a notion, and now Tagore going for a bit of a run. Changes direction, still has it, 10 on the shot clock. Good hands on the short hop by Laskowitz. But 5, he's got to let it go. Far corner, wide of the mark. That'll go up, saved, and right back the other way. Possession belongs to Toronto. Harlan will leg it over the timeline, and you can just see the Monarchs just not in offensive sync right now. They seem to be struggling a bit to get off some good shots here. Dance going to have to set the trend there. That shot right on. Ford tracks it down for a fresh 20. Riley Ford, another one. I know I always pick on Patrick Thompson, but Riley Ford got to step up as well. Kearney looking to beat a man. Kearney runs it to 2, dumps it off. Jesso's shot right on. Good save by Greenfield. Looks like you're going to have to come with something good to beat Greenfield today. As Laskowitz relieves the pressure, finds some open carpet, and will go to work on the right side. Terry on the fly, bullet right on. Haynes looking outlet, airs it out. Kaminga in the basket. Kaminga denied off the crossbar. Rebound picked up by Saint, and he'll leg it up over the timeline. And look for some help. Finds it. Adam Haralek out there on the right side. Laskowitz now looking for a screen. Fakes the shovel, dumps it out. Big shot as Derek Crow Jr. just called up, making his debut. Finds the back of the net for a 4-1 lead. Big goal there, and give Crow some credit. He had the idea that he was going to shoot that ball as soon as he got it. Wasted no time, got the feet planted, and able to put a good overhand in that short side and beat Haynes. Haynes fighting and loses the battle, and a costly one as Hickey there to make the best of his opportunities. First of the game, 8th of the season, and I'm not sure. I think I see some stirring going on in the Toronto bench, and that might be breather time for Sam Haynes, and that is the case as Cole George is going to come in relief, and I think that was just a poor decision on Haynes' part. You know, when it comes to battling with a player that's out, he's got less equipment, more agile, no pads, and if you're going to race him, you're already behind the 8 ball. 5-1 lead now for the Outlaws. Foulon battling for it, gets shoveled back. Kaminga will put his head down, get over the timeline, move it up ahead, and it's Coyle. Thompson, down low, Kaminga, kick out, looking for Buck. Buck can't handle the pass, and it's going to go the other way with Nolan. Nolan has Sear with him. Haig out the back door. Nolan surveying, he'll pull it right back out, and Haig now will reset the offense. Arenalacrosseleague, he's going to let it go, and it bounced around. So first shot that George sees, makes the save, airs it out. Thompson, one man to beat. He'll think better of it And that's one of those instances where I think Patrick Thompson has the ability one-on-one. He is a handful and just has to be a little more aggressive offensively as Buck turns the corner, works it to Dance. Dance spins around. Back, tried to bounce her, but short side cut off by Greenfield. Jack Longmore finds Laskowitz, and he'll take that over to his spot. Laskowitz. Terry. Got to get up on him. He's got a bullet as well. Laskowitz chased with 5 in the shot clock. Good job as Foulon in there. Boy, I tell you, Foulon, I like him. He works hard at both ends of the floor, and he, too, another one of those guys, takes care of the little things. The importance of being able to get it over the timeline, vital. Under 10.5 to go here, second quarter. Laycock will swing it around. Jesso and Buck. Kearney. Laycock in tight to Ford. See, that's a tough pass. He's already by the net. Ford tried to reverse dunk, and instead Nolan comes away with it. Has Edwards with him. Good transition defense, though, by the Monarchs. They're back in time. Edwards. He'll finally retreat to the bench, and he'll give way now to Haralek. Shot clock winding down. Not so sure that was the best shot, but it will send the ball the other way. Possession belongs to Toronto, trailing by 4. So they could use a little spark here. Jesso, Thompson. Dance. Gets a screen on the roll. Bad pass on the roll to Buck. And a quick outlet pass. Here come the Outlaws one more time. No numbers again. Good decision there. And good defense as they jump. Laskowitz and Coyle does a good job. And now Jennings. 2-on-2 rush here. Jennings and Coyle. Out the back doors, Jesso. Coyle tried to twist her. Big save by Greenfield as we're going to have a holding penalty called, and the first power play of the game is going to go to the Toronto Monarchs. So holding is the call, and it looks like it's going to go to Rob Clofer. So power play, first power play of the game, Toronto Monarchs, 61% with the man advantage. What works in their favor as they finish with Tanner Buck. That the Outlaws have struggled to kill penalties, and it showed there. So a big goal by Buck cuts the lead now to 5-2. But we'll see now if these Monarchs can build on something positive there, as their offense been a little anemic. Not just here today, but in their 3 losses. Just haven't had that flow that they've had earlier in the season. Off the draw. Hey, can't handle Heidecker. Heidecker gets it back. It gets swatted ahead. Scooped up Haig and tossed back door to Terry. Terry one-on-one. Gagliardi. Swim move past him. Terry, but creased the call. So good defense by Gagliardi. Zach Terry more than a handful, and now Noah Kearney. Set up the offense with Thompson at the top. Kearney gets a screen. Kearney fakes the pass. Lets it go off the melon. Rebound. Kearney walks in. Couldn't find the far side. And that didn't touch anyone, so possession belongs to Oshawa. Tough break there for Kearney. Had 2 cracks at it. Shake and bake. McPherson kicks it out. Laskowitz swinging around. Haralek. Now Terry. Terry runs into the double team in Kaminga. That underhand got thwarted, to say the least. 6 on the shot clock. Laskowitz, he'll take it from there. That shot right on. You can even see even took something off, but that was right at the 5-hole. So good job to keep the wickets closed by George. Coyle turns the corner, lets the bounce go, and that goes up and out of play. And with that said, that'll take us to our officials' timeout. Go back after our officials' timeout. Outlaws with possession, holding a 3-goal lead here in the second quarter. Harlech harassed by Harlan, gets it to Terry. Terry will work it down to Haig. Haig, one-on-one. Gets a screen on the dump off to Terry's backhand shovel right on, and easy save for George. And a quick outlet pass sends away Aaron Funky Walker Dirty Talker. He'll set up, wait for some help. Offense will filter out for the Monarchs. Ford will ship it down. Buck. Jesso winds up. That one sticks right to Greenfield. And a quick outlet pass, and it's Sear. Laskowitz. Kick across. Haig has some room. Goes to the underhand. Ball sits there, but Kuminga, good job on the scoop. Hickey trying to harass him, and Kuminga does a great job to get it over the timeline. So some good work by Mason Kuminga. And he'll ship it across, and Jennings now takes a hard check but gets it to Dance. Dance with 10 on the shot clock. Ford, ISO, half boards left, ships it back. Dance lets it go. That was deflected. Ford had a beat on it, but the possession's going to belong to Oshawa. And I tell you, the game plan defensively that Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael have put together have been impressive up to this point. They have held Toronto to just 2 goals here in this opening half. Haig. Laskowitz. Looking for some room. Gets a step. Laskowitz wrapped up, and going to be a penalty. And it's going to go to Matt Kim as Laskowitz with an explosive first step. Got the edge on Kim, and only way to recover was to put the clamp down, and first power play opportunity of the game for the Outlaws. I mentioned their penalty kill, an anemic 11%, but their power play has been working at a 57% rate. The penalty kill for the Monarchs at 46%. So Gareth Haig at the top. It'll be Hickey and Terry on the left side. Laskowitz and just getting a beat there as Laskowitz working a 2-man game and trying to quick stick, and that's executed perfectly. And my bad as Reed Chamberlain picks up a helper. So Hickey with the goal. Power play goal for the Outlaws, and it's 6-2. Second of the game for Braden Hickey. And I am impressed with what the coaching staff for the Outlaws have done as far as getting the rest of the players to step up and stand tall, with John St. John making a move to Peterborough. So that big only because it's the first time the Outlaws have been without St. John. So a new look, new team as Clofer in there battling hard. Tagore keeps it on the right side. Good effort. Laskowitz, wrong stick side. Under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Laskowitz kicks it out high. Harlech will dump it off. Laskowitz gets it back, lets it go through a crowd. Off a defender, but good box out. On him tight is Gagliardi. And shot clock winding down. George makes the save. So good job of holding defensively by the Monarchs. Now they have to get their offense in gear here. Bach has room. Quick shot, gets knocked down by Geddes. Geddes has a man ahead. Webb wasn't expecting it, but able to corral it anyway. So a good job on his part, as Oshawa now will set up their offense. Lots of room as Crow got a good underhand off. Rebound picked up, and it's Chamberlain. Chamberlain was the hero last week in the overtime win against the Snipers with the OT goal. Coyle. Back door. Coyle lets it go. It slips through. So a big shot by Joel Coyle. Coyle doing a good job to pick up his first. And it's 6-3. Joel Coyle. That's interesting flow to that name. Glad to have Joel in the Arenalacrosseleague. And, of course, this Oshawa team classifying themselves in the rebuilding process, but still competing. Heidecker off the draw. Comes away with it and hits it ahead. Gets it to Harlan. Harlan. Good reverse move to get it down on the half boards, and he'll swing it out. Thompson. Thompson gets by one defender. Menzies. 10 on the shot clock. Ford. One-on-one. Get a running start. Riley Ford on the run, underhand. Right in the basket. Greenfield easy save. And now it'll go up the other way with Haralek. Haralek will swing that over. Laskowicz will find Terry. Get it over to Hickey. Hickey couldn't shoot over the top, so that partial stick check will give the Monarchs possession again. Jennings will wait, and Toronto will be very deliberate here. If they can cut the lead now, trailing by 3, it'll be big. Jessel steps in, goes to the bounce. Rebound, backhand try, robbed. Greenfield doing it all here. Clofer gets it up. Sear has Haig. Sear goes for the airborne shot. Had a man wide open on the other side. Not sure why he elected to do that. But either way, possession belongs to Toronto and Buck. Buck on the roll. Rolled through. Beauty pass to the dancer. Jordan Dance makes it a 6-4 game. Great screen and roll done to perfection there. And you know pretty much if you throw it around Jordan Dance's vicinity, he's going to haul it in. First of the game, 20th of the season, as we are just under 2 minutes left in this opening half. So Toronto back in this one, down by 2, and off the draw. Good work done there by McPherson as Tagore now will hit Laskowitz. Laskowitz on the fly, his shot stopped. Rebound, Terry all over it, but crease ball. And possession belongs to Toronto. So they got Laskowitz the shot he was looking for, although it was wrong stick side, still a good one. And George up to the task is now Riley Ford. Looking in tight as he had Dance, couldn't connect clean. Tagore now on his horse. Has Laskowitz back door, fakes the flip. Tagore chased by Gagliardi, kicks it out. Laskowitz. Kearney on Laskowitz. Swing across. Stepping in is Crow, but that angle was covered. Swing across, now Laskowitz. Working with 20 more, down to the final minute here. First half. Laskowitz to flip, but it gets knocked down. Good fight in there for it by Edwards, but clock's going to tick down as they keep Edwards away, and it'll be a shot clock violation and belong to Toronto. 45 seconds left in the half. So we'll see if Toronto gets it across, calls a timeout, but not necessarily the best idea. 2-possession game. Thompson, so going for the 2-for-1. Greenfield turns it around. Tagore Foulon loses his stick. 2 in the mix. Webb. His shot stopped by George. Kaminga. And they'll call a timeout as Kaminga decided to give a little extra. I don't think there's a penalty called on the play, but with 23.5 seconds to go, the coaching staff for Toronto will draw something up. So the scenario is set with 23 seconds left. Shot clock's off. Toronto going to hold for the final possession here in this first half. Trailing by 2, trying to cut that deficit in half. Defense collapse. The dancer will inbounds. He'll let the clock tick down before they go to work. 15. It's at 10. Going now. Tagore jumps, give and go. Thompson dumped down low, can't connect with Laycock. Empty net, and they're going to say that it was deflected. Everyone's playing, but it was called back ages ago, and you could see Kyle Coulter was all over that. So no dispute. It'll come all the way to the other end. They should actually put some more time on the clock, but 3.4, they're going now. Gesso, dump, dive attempt, no goal. 2 periods, quarters, in the books. 6-4, Outlaws. All locked and loaded for third quarter action here from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville, Ontario. Of course, this is the practice facility for the NLL's Toronto Rock. As first possession and a chance for the Monarchs as they come flying out, but Coyle was in the crease going airborne, and possession now to the Outlaws. So Toronto comes out of the gate. Good attempt, nothing doing. Here's the Outlaws. Laskowitz shovel back. Haig's going to have to run it down with 10 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Gets that inside. Laskowitz posting up. Taken down, and he'll draw a penalty. So I think the Monarchs coaching staff may have to consider changing their matchups, as it's clear Thomas Crossley not able to handle Luke Laskowitz, and the Outlaws will go to their second power play of the game. They're 1 for 1 with the man advantage. So once again, same usual suspects out there, with Terry and Hickey on that left side, Laskowitz there in that right shooter spot. Haig. Him and Laskowitz will work to 2-man. Terry will step in. Slide over. Haig try to go far corner. Laskowitz bails him out. No reset. Had a notion, kicked out. That shot on by Terry. Rebound picked up Hickey. Kicked back out. Laskowitz bounce. That one goes through the wickets and touches no one. But possession still belongs to Oshawa. Haig. 8 on the shot clock. Haig on the shift. Bouncer closed up as George has come in relief of Haynes and done an outstanding job so far. On the run. Coyle, he'll dump it off, and they'll slow things up now. Gagliardi will just roll that to an open spot, and Jordan Dance. Dance slithers through 2, 3, shovel, Ford. Not able to get it cleanly, but probably should maybe a little more effort needed there for that one, as no sense of urgency, and that opportunity goes by the wayside as well. Now back to it with 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Terry, so a good shorthanded opportunity. Nothing doing. That one knocked down. Good job by Toronto. Foulon, of course. Shifted with 5. On that side, big shot right on, stopped though by George. And now a quick pass, Kaminga. Foulon on the short hop. And my apologies, I was calling Cole George, but that's not Cole George, that's Dante Mancini. And Dante, my extreme apologies to you as you've been playing outstanding. Not George. Rebound, and Buck had it pop out of his pocket. So Dante Mancini in for Sam Haynes. I got that straight. And now Sear. Sear eludes Harlan, gives it to Haig. Haig getting worked over. Has it jarred loose, and it's picked up now. Gagliardi. Good job by Harlan. Gagliardi. No numbers, so they'll ship it back out to the top. Turning the corner, Riley Ford. Too much bounce on the ounce, and possession back to the Outlaws. Hickey. Game has slowed down here to open this third quarter. Easy save there for Mancini. He's going to gobble that up, and quick outlet pass will send away Foulon. Patrick Thompson. Thompson with Edwards on him. Waits for a screen. Thompson turns the corner. Thompson ducks in. Thompson's shot stopped. Gets knocked down, and Buck will get it. Fresh 20. Dance. Spins off Big Aiden Saint. Gives him a little push. Thompson. That gets shot back and out of play, and that'll stay right here with Toronto. So a bit of a broken play there, and now Ty Gesso will see if he can't smooth things out. Ford. Ford gets a screen. Ford lets it go. Good save made there by Greenfield. Outlet now, and a chance for the Outlaws. Mancini, big save on the bounce. Chance for Longmore as he grabs the rebound and shovels it off. And they get it now down to Tagore with 10 on the shot clock. Laskowitz from way out. That's a wide, and now Walker played to Karen perfectly. Aaron Walker has a man with him in Kim. Walker takes the shot off the post. Rebound to the Outlaws. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the third. 6-4 lead for Oshawa. Webb weaves through some traffic. It's Hickey now. Working to Haig. Haig ran right into a couple hard hits. Jason Crawford put it on him pretty good now, and now here come the Monarchs. Coyle. Hard wrong stick side, and he goes wide of the mark and out of play. So a tough one on the fly, wrong stick side. And now Sear will move it up. Hickey will slow it down. Crow. Laskowitz. Skip pass gets knocked down. Foulon doing a good job. Get a handle on that. Quick pass up ahead to Jennings. Jennings has the dancer, and he couldn't get that clean. And that just seems to be the issue with the Monarchs. Just one little pass away, and they're just not getting those crisp, clean connections as Haig now. Ryan. Laskowitz back to Ryan Haig. Haig let that sidearm go, but Mancini had that short side all locked down. And a quick outlet pass. Now they'll move it up to Thompson. 8.5 to go here, third quarter. 6-4 lead for the Outlaws. Toronto trying to generate something. Thompson. Dump off. Ford. No look pass. Down low. Laycock! As he made sure that one found the far corner on a good pass from Thompson. So Nathan Laycock with his first of the game. He's got 4 this season, but What really matters is now the lead is cut to 6-5. So you see that certainly the offense for the Monarchs a bit stagnant, and they're going to need a jump start, and it's probably going to have to come from an unlikely source. And good to see Laycock getting in on things as that one gets shot back by Heidecker, fielded by Mancini. And able to get it over the timeline, but Sear there to regroup and get possession back to the Outlaws. Tagore. Terry on the fly. He's been quiet. Terry curls out. He'll take it right back from Crow, duck in and let it rip. That one over the net. Going to be tough to get a hold of that one. And it's an over and back as, man, now chance for Foulon as Gagliardi is right on the doorstep, but Foulon will leave it and let Dance scoop it up. And now the red gives the Monarchs a chance to get the offense out. So Laskowicz will stay in the offensive end. So we'll go 4-on-4 this side. Jesso works it across. Dance. Dance got to get going here. Jesso. Puck's underhand. Scooped up neatly by Greenfield. Quick outlet pass. Edwards. Saint. Terry now has some room. Inches closer, kick out. Looking in the middle, couldn't connect. Good job by Haralek to get it back, flip back. Going to be a long shot, bouncer on target by Edwards. Don't see Scott Edwards playing a lot of offense, but he's doing it today. And now quick pass, it's Noah Kearney. Ford, one-on-one. Geddes working him over. Snaps across Laycock. Down low, Thompson, 10 on the shot clock. In tight, and that's just an ill-advised pass there. And scooped up. Geddes going to go for a run. Geddes goes to the back of the net. How about Jeff Geddes? On the fly, makes it a 7-5 game. Unlikely source. Geddes, I tell you, he moves quicker in them running shoes than he does in those cowboy boots he wears to each game. So good on him for that. Just over 6 minutes to play, a 2-goal lead for the Outlaws. Ford, 1-on-2, has Gagliardi with him, doesn't see a man in the back, takes 2 hits. Probably should have been potentially a penalty there. No call. Jesso swings. They work it back to Ford. See if this gives them a little jump start. Ford works it down to the Dancer. 10 on the shot clock. Dance. Boom. Shot. Right on. Good save, Greenfield. Greenfield airs it out. Has Sear. But he'll think better of it. And he will pull that out. Good pressure coming from Coyle. And now Terry. Laskowicz. He'll step into one from there for sure. And again, Jennings laying the clamp down. Haig from way out. Nothing doing. Easy save, Mancini. Terry actually got a piece of that, but it deflected right to Coyle. He'll move it into the offensive end. Ship that over Laycock. Kick right back out. Jesso. Give and go Laycock, 10 on the shot clock. Jesso gets it right back. Ford trying to duck in. His shot, good save, Greenfield. Rebound loose. Laycock all over it, but Greenfield picks it up. Good outlet, sends away Ryan Haig. Haig out there with his brother Gareth. In the rush, 3-on-2. Laskowicz, Haig, diving, crease the call. And with 4:41, that will take us set to go back after our officials' timeout. Mancini's certainly ready to go. And Jesso will leg it up with his team trailing by 2. Toronto trying to snap a 3-game slide. Oshawa trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dance. That's the dance we've seen, but it gets knocked down. Good job by Greenfield to get on that. And now it's Saint. Aiden Saint will curl out, get it to Hickey, and Hickey now will make a bad pass there, but good job to back him up and move it up his Chamberlain. Crow. Not the best shot. Laskowitz, that one on target. Gagliardi the rebound. So we'll see here if Toronto can put together some sort of run. They haven't been able to do it up to this point. Even back-to-back goals would go a long way. Well, that would be good. It would tie it up, but Ford looking inside. Curls out. Snaps it across Laycock. Ford. Quick underhand. Wide of the mark. Good job by Buck to knock it down. Laycock, 2 on the shot clock. Got to shoot it. Gets it off right in the basket, though. So a good job to get a shot off, but Greenfield's brought his A game here today. Edwards will get it to Haig. Haig now. Teeter on the line, gets it to Terry. Terry on the move. Shovel back, Crow. Shovel back, too much shovel. And that'll go over the timeline and belong to the Monarchs. So certainly opportunities here with just over 3 minutes left as Dance in the third quarter. Jesso looking to turn the corner. Dance. Haig on him. Bounces off, kicks it out. Jesso swinging around to Thompson. Thompson one-on-one. Kicks it out. Dance from way out. Easy save by Greenfield. And that's the thing. Toronto settling for shots way outside the high percentage area. Tagori. Down low. Quick stick off the side of the post. And moved up now is Heidecker. Has Kaminga. Kaminga stops. Goes around. Kaminga jumps over the net wide. Heidecker will pick him up. No reset. Work it to Gagliardi. And defense will retreat. Kaminga will stay out there right now. So taking a long time for these line changes. Dance on the fly. Dance taken down by Clofer on the most subtle tackle you can see. And back the other way is Hickey. We're at the 2-minute warning here in the third. Hickey outruns Harlan. Hickey to the bounce. Stopped by Mancini. He's been dynamite in relief of Sam Haynes. Harlan. Good hands by Buck, but had it, didn't realize he still had it. Greenfield knew it and got it up to Nolan now. 2-on-1, 2-on-2. Nolan puts on the air brakes. Terry, he'll let that underhand go. Mancini played that one perfectly, and now Gagliardi the other way, moving it over the timeline. Menzies will hang on to it. Menzies gets the screen with Thompson, looking for the roll. That one deflected. Quick shot forward, stopped. Kearney going to try to run this one down. Nolan in that corner with him. Nolan, the veteran, fishes it out, and he is out of there. Great work, and I think that's Sear. My mistake, but boy, great job. And now Menzies gets it right back. 47 seconds left in the quarter. Jesso from way out, stopped. Looking for his own rebound, picked up now. Outlaws will move it up over the timeline. Longmore. 8-second differential shot and game clock. Laskowitz. They've been playing him up tight. Good job by Kaminga. Backhand try. Rebound. Terry, what a play. Zach Terry on the doorstep. Picked up the loose ball and pocketed Oshawa's 8th goal. So I said Zach Terry has been quiet. First of the game, he's now got 42 goals on the season. And that comes with 15.8 seconds left in the quarter. It's 8-5. So instead of Toronto looking and cutting the deficit in half. They end up giving one up and now trail by a triple. So Toronto with 3 forwards up in the offensive end. Heidecker and Haig. Haig wins it clean. Haig tried to go far side. Big rebound. Clofer gets the rebound. 5 seconds. Laskowitz lets it go, and buzzer will sound. We're through 3 at the track. 8-5, Oshawa. Set to go for fourth quarter. And if you are the Monarchs, you need to put aside the previous 3 and work on something new. Mason Kaminga off the draw. Kaminga may provide the spark that the Monarchs need as he closes the gap now to 8-6. So once again, another unlikely source, Mason Kaminga delivering for the 6th time this season. And big play as the Monarchs come out of the break at the quarter with a little bit of spark. And we'll see now if they can build on that. Of course, Oshawa trailed last week against the Snipers, pulled the carpet out from under them. This time around, good job to find some open space by McPherson. And not able, though, to hang on to it as the pressure from Jennings scooped up now, and it's Gagliardi. So Gagliardi slows it down. Good defense by the Monarchs. And now Buck. Buck surveying, gets it to Thompson. Thompson gets a step. Kicks it out, Jesso. Buck. Out front, and Dance had a chance at it, but whole lot of traffic out there, and it went right off of Greenfield, and now Edwards. Terry. Hickey will look, and he'll send it back. They'll reset it at the top. Laskowitz, he has room. Lets that go. Stopped there by Mancini. Kim. Going to have to look to roll out of trouble. Matt Kim does a good job to get it over the timeline. Kim looking to take that shot right off the logo, and easy save there for Greenfield. Outlet now to Webb the other way. 2-on-2. Laskowitz. Walker's going to have to jump up on him. Dump down low. Webb, fake, but went short side. Probably should have went far side, and now one pass ahead, and it's Jennings. Has a man in the middle. Slides it across to Menzies. Had Buck open first, and now it's going to be Saint that's going to leg it up over the timeline. So I wouldn't call either team perfect as far as execution goes, but doesn't matter. It's still an 8-6 game. Terry looking to duck in. Gets the overhand off. Wide of the mark. Rebound loose. And a chance now. Foulon gathers it. One man to beat in Tagori. But he'll think better of it. Pull it out. Wait for the offense. Thompson dumps it down. Jesso quiet as well in this game. Ford. Thompson shot right on. So chance now. Greenfield airs it out. Has a man Tagori. One hop. Tough bounce. And this time, again, another goalie battle and kicked around, but good job by Kaminga to regroup. If you missed it, Six Nations Snipers 15-14 overtime winners over Brampton last night. Paris and Peterborough doing battle as we speak. I know that Peterborough's in the lead in that one. Tomorrow's doubleheader, as that one goes up and will be a fresh 20. The Whitby Steelhawks, winners of 8 straight, take on the Oswegan Bears, and then game 2 at 4 o'clock will be Brampton against Six Nations in a rematch of last night's overtime game. Edwards to Sear. Sear 2-on-2 with Nolan. Sear. Good cross check there laid on him by Kearney. Kearney chases him well out. He'll float it over Terry. Terry 1-on-1. Blows by two and has it stripped. Crease to call. And it'll go the other way with Toronto. Under 11.5 to go, Walker. Thompson. Give and go. Buck tried to stick her in the short side. Nothing doing. And we're going to have a slashing call here, and I think it may go to Tanner Buck. So I think Buck with a little frustrated. And that's gonna allow for another power play. So yes, Tanner Buck headed to the penalty box. Oshawa headed to their third power play of this game. They're 1 for 2. And they lead this one by 2 with just over 11 minutes to play. So Gareth Haig at the top. They'll work it around the horn, give everyone a touch. Work the interchange. Down low, Laskowicz tried to quick stick floating away though. And Thompson now has a chance. Harlan picks it up. And he'll dip through. Thompson will head to the bench. And now Harlan looking for some help. Webb on him. Harlan does a good job to hang on to it. Harlan still has it. Finally taken away. Hickey has it now with minute 20 to go in the power play. So this would be a big one to capitalize on if you're Oshawa. If you're Toronto, you need a big hold here. Terry, he'll step into that. He's got a pellet gun, I tell you. Mancini finally gets the bounce up, but the clock was already working. Good pass, zipped up to Jennings. Jennings gets a handle on it. Up the middle now. Coyle waltz in and denied. Greenfield read that one easily. And Dance manages to hang on. 35 seconds to burn here in the man short for Toronto. Ford. Trying to turn the corner on the run, steered aside. Good save, Greenfield. Rebound picked up Gesso. So they've got a chance here to whittle this all the way down. Ford. Dance, final 10 seconds, 5 on the shot clock. Dance got it off, right on. Rebound now on the move, and going to see, I think we're going to have a couple of penalties here. Looks like Jordan Dance is headed to the box. Not sure if Ryan Nolan is going to join him on the other side, and doesn't look that way. It looks like it's going to be just on Jordan Dance. So there is coincidentals. So look like it's going to be Clofer, and so coincidental slashing minors will open the floor up to 4-on-4 with just over 9 minutes to play. 3 seconds left in the penalty to the Monarchs, so that one will expire, and now we're all even. Laskowicz, kick out. Crow looking for some room, closed off by Coyle, gets it to Terry. Terry on the run, gets double teamed. Chopped down, Kim does a good job to strip him. Matt Kim now on the move. Backdoor, too many on the floor is the call, and the Monarchs are going to be short again. Just a bit too early trying to get out there on offense. So it'll be another power play opportunity for the Outlaws. This will be their fourth of the game. 1 for 3. And will open the floor up even more. So Noel, 5 on 4. And Laskowitz at the top this time. So Hegg slides down to that left crease. And Laskowitz, PB, top corner. That's why he's there. 9-6. So Luke Laskowitz makes his third look extremely easy. A costly penalty for the Monarchs. And the lead's now back to 3. So set to go. Not quite sure if you can sense the frustration over on the Toronto bench. Coincidentals are still there, and Heidecker was ready to chop down a tree. Reagan Martinelli was just doing his job, and he smothered the ball, so possession belongs to Toronto. So the Monarchs need something here for their own psyche to try to get something together. This game is still in reach. So going to be a delayed penalty, and it'll be against Oshawa. Kearney with 8 on the shot clock. Thompson. It's like no one wants to shoot this ball for Toronto. I'm not sure what's rolling on, but a legal cross-check will nullify that power play by the Outlaws, as that goal did, and Toronto will go to their second power play of the game. So 1 for 1 as Martinell, the guilty party. So we'll see now if the Monarchs can inch closer, trailing by 3. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. Trying to stop this 3-game slide. Jesso going to have to hurry. Tagore's quick. Sure enough, Tagore working hard. Comes away with that loose ball. And that's been the difference here in this game. Oshawa has played with a little more desperation. That shot, Tagore loses it. Foulon finally gets it cleanly. Has Coyle with him, but nobody else. They'll wait. And now it's Buck. Jesso working with Buck. Skip. Thompson. See, Thompson's got room to step into that gap, just like you see Buck doing right there. You got to gap the box, find the hole. Buck stopped right there. 9-7 game. Second of the game for Tanner Buck. 29th of the season. Comes with just under 7 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. So back to a 2-goal game. You can just sense that Toronto just won't go away. Oshawa hasn't been able to really give them that knockout punch. Off the draw. Loose, tap back. Nolan gets it, shifts it over. Geddes, quick shot, right on. He'll go in, and it's Nolan that tracks down the rebound. So the transition line, check-in line, really working hard for the Outlaws, and now it's Kearney. Kearney, Geddes in pursuit. Rolls it back. Thompson eludes Haig. Finds some open space now, and here's Kearney. Kearney, screen and roll. That one deflected. Buck tracks it down. 10 on the shot clock. No look. Thompson trying to spin off a defender. Can't. Good defense there as now Geddes. He's got to be tired now. He's logged a lot of minutes. Backdoor. Terry flying but ran out of room. And that is going to take us to our final officials timeout. Set to go. As the Monarchs, with some work to do now, trailing by a couple. Buck. They haven't got much from Buck or from Dance, and still in this game. Gesso. So if there is a positive, that's it. Pass like that certainly not going to work in their favor. Dance trying to dig it out. 6 on the shot clock. Still loose. Thompson. Thompson tried one went over top of the net. And now Nolan's going to run down the loose ball. So the Outlaws just putting in that extra bit of work. That's been the difference so far in this 9-7 game. From way out, it's Hickey. Worked the carpet and beat Mancini top corner bounce. Braden Hickey with his third of the game, and he really has done a great job offensively. And between his three, Laskowitz has 3. The rest is all scattered out with Haig with 1, Geddes with 1, Zach Terry 1, Crow with 1. So those guys have shouldered most of the offensive load here in this game. 10-7, Outlaws leading, and off the draw Coyle, but Coyle loses it. Good job there, and Saint had it and then lost it himself. Heidecker now will get it over, and Coyle will move it over the timeline, get it over to Kearney. Under 5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Bach, give and go. Kearney in alone, off the crossbar. Ricochets over the timeline, and it will belong now to Mancini, who's got to move it up, and he does a good job as Gagliardi able to run under it. Dance. In tight, Laycock denied, though. Crease the call, and here comes Tagore. Has Nolan with him. Tagore, full head of steam. Nolan, right stick side, stopped, though. Beauty save there by Mancini. Greenfield and Mancini have gotten it done. Mancini is coming in relief of Haynes, and he has been good. Problem is the Monarchs' defense has not been has been on the floor just way longer than their coaching staff would like. Laskowitz lets it go and slips it through the 5-hole. Laser Luke Laskowitz with his 4th of the game. So just as I talk about how good the goaltending has been, tough one there for Mancini as that one had a little extra spin on it. And that's one of the things that Luke Laskowitz does well, and that's shoot off his back foot. That just means you're not supposed to get nearly as much power, but his accuracy is so good. Off the draw, Coyle scoops that up. He'll reverse and go the other way. Webb chasing him and forces the curl out. Thompson. Net empty at the other end. So they're playing for the extra attacker right now with just over 3.5. Thompson. Dance. This is where it gets tricky. If it caroms far, the net's empty. Stays in the end. Thompson dumps it down. 2 on the shot clock. That shot wide. Possession will belong now to the Outlaws. Boy, the Outlaws have tightened things up in the last couple of weeks, trying to steal one here in Toronto. Just a reminder, playoffs start the weekend of the 20th. They will be right here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Quarterfinals, semifinals, and, of course, the All-Cup final. Jennings off the carom, flips it. Harlan wasn't expecting it. Laskowitz all over him. And it's scooped up now, and here comes Crossley, but an 8-second count gives it right back to Oshawa under 3 minutes to go. Nolan. Good hands there by Hickey to hang on to it. Terry Swims away. Crossley chasing him down. Terry just barrels his way in. Good job of posting up. Shot on, rebound. Walker flips it out. Under 2.5 to go. Gagliardi goes around Edwards. Has 2 on that side. Gagliardi, late pass to Gesso. Ford dumps it over. Quick shot by Buck, right on. Sear, chased by Ford. Sear, empty net. Sear scores. So if you were looking for that knockout punch, that may be it right there, courtesy Niles Sear. Now, I think he had too much taunting, so he'll head to the penalty box, and an unsportsmanlike penalty is the case. So one team very close to being in the playoffs, another team fighting for their lives. Just because you win probably doesn't give you the right to talk. And 12-7 the lead with just over 2 minutes to play. Certainly looks good for the Outlaws, barring a collapse. So Monarchs will have a power play. And it's Haynes back in there doing the jaunt. And now Dance. Thompson. Gap in that box, but a save made there by Greenfield. And now Edwards is going to sidearm that up off the boards and right to McPherson. Max McPherson working with just under 1.5 minutes and a timeout called. And that will allow us to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here as the Toronto timeout over, Oshawa now with possession. Oshawa timeout. They dump it in the corner and the ball will belong to the Monarchs. So they're going to have to hurry. And Coyle's not going to have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot. Cross, Dance, wrong stick side. Goes off the shoulder, off the crossbar. Buck retrieves, but that's just sort of been the way this game has gone for the Monarchs. Just haven't gotten the bounces. Gesso down low, haven't made very good connections. They're passing off just a bit as Buck on the run bounces one in the far side. So third of the game for Tanner Buck. It's a 12-9 game with exactly 1 minute to play. Now, is it possible? Most definitely. Is it likely? Not really. But if you are the Outlaws and you saw what happened last week in the way the Snipers collapsed in the down the stretch, you know it can happen. So net empty again for the Monarchs. Heidecker going to be tasked, wins the draw, and they move it up now in a hurry. It's Ford. So clock ticking. Don't have time for a whole lot of anything now. Dance. Lets it go. Saved by Greenfield. Rebound loose. And now Greenfield's going to just bounce it out, air it out. Clofer going to run it down. Clofer's just going to do the curl, let it curl into the right spot, pick it up. And I like that because there's really no need to score right now. You want valuable seconds to tick off. Clofer on the double team. Loose, Walker. Gagliardi assistance, 20 on the game clock. Quick pass ahead, and Clofer's going to go for taking down Dance. That shot from well out, 10 seconds left, and so Clofer knew full well what he did with the late illegal cross check. It's 9.2 seconds left. And Toronto now is just going to go for a last shot. Dance shot, steered aside, and ball loose. And the buzzer goes. So that will do it. They got 12-8 on the board. I've got a 12-9 final. And, of course, we'll let cooler heads prevail. But the Oshawa Outlaws coming to the track and steal one from the Monarchs. They up their record now to 5-8. They are still in the hunt. They're riding a 2-game winning streak. The Monarchs fall to 6-7. They have now lost 4 straight. Stick around for our all player of the game. I'm here with our all player of the game, Quentin Greenfield. Quentin, you knew coming in this was a big game. You got to figure that every game now is a playoff game for you guys. What was your mindset coming in?
You know, we've been working towards it all year. We've built it up from the bottom throughout the course of the season. We're getting the wheels going now. And like you said, it's a big one coming down the stretch. We've basically got to win out. Need a little luck in our favor, but, you know, the group of guys in the locker room right now, I like our odds.
Well, you're certainly doing what you guys need to do. I was impressed with the way your defense played in front of you. How do you feel about that? Gobbled up a lot of loose balls.
Yeah, the defense makes my job easy, right? They keep it out. They keep the shots outside. They keep the shots to what I want to see. Breaks are going to happen. That's the nature of the game, right? So they do their best to limit their chances, and they have my back every night, so I do what I can for them.
Now, you guys are, again, like I said, battling for a playoff spot. How do you like the chemistry in that locker room? You guys seem to want to be playing hard, and there's never any quit.
Yeah, we've got a great group of guys in there. Everyone's got a high motor. Everyone comes to play. We've got a good mix of vets. We've got a lot of young guys in there. So we've got the vets with the leadership, and then the young guys bring the juice. And, yeah, we've got a good mix in there.
Quentin Greenfield, our player of the game. Week 13 continues in the all. Doubleheader tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.